Welcome to Ghoulish Gab, always spooky, always under 7 minutes. Today we are talking about some hidden gem horror movies from the 1990s. And Kayla, you are going to start us off today.
Yes, so I mentioned this to Corey earlier, but I realized later that hidden gems might not mean they're actually hidden. It might just mean I like them and a lot of my friends don't, but here we
Right.
are. Um, Audition, the Japanese horror film from 1999. It's more of like a psychological horror film, and it's about this widower who stages a phony audition to like find a potential new wife because he and his friend decide that's the move. And then it turns out that there's something off about the woman that he chooses, I guess. And it involves a lot of creepy scenes, and towards the end of it you're kind of wondering like, okay, what really happened and what didn't really happen. And it is like a subtitles movie, so you really actually have to pay attention. You can't be doing other things while you watch it. And it just like afterwards, you just kind of leave feeling like, I liked that, but bleh. And I think that a lot of people maybe haven't watched it because it's a Japanese film.
I don't watch too many movies with subtitles, but I did watch that one. And it's worth a watch. I will tell you that. So this is probably my ultimate hidden gem movie from the 90s. I only recently saw this movie for the first time, and I couldn't believe that I had not even really heard about it. It's called The Granny. I don't know how well that's gonna probably get some glare
I'm
from the
trying
light.
to figure out what is going on that cover.
Well, this is a wild movie, so I'll read the little thing on the back. Granny's family wants her dead so they can collect her insurance. While she is on her deathbed, she drinks an eternal life potion and returns to the land of the living. She's on a mission to wreak havoc over her greedy relatives. Um, it's a wild freaking movie, and there's a lot of splatter, a lot of everything that you wanted from an 80s horror film kind of trails onto this. Because, like I said, it was 1995. It does seem like it's a bit earlier, but regardless, if you're a fan of Evil Dead or Dead Alive or just splatter films in general, you're going to love this movie. It's hilarious. It's wild. It's quite the ride.
Okay, my second one again. I realized that not a lot of people had watched this after we talked about it on the podcast when we had Brienne on the left of Skeptic. Uh, the 1991 film People Under the Stairs. It's a Wes Craven film. It's I'm trying to figure out exactly how to describe it. Basically, this kid to try to earn money gets hired to break into this creepy old family's house and finds out that they have a bunch of kids, but the kids are living under the stairs. And I can't describe what a hold this movie had on me as a child. It's got Sean Whalen in it as Roach, and
Yeah.
that might have been one of my first crushes ever. And it doesn't make any sense. I'm aware it doesn't make sense. I don't. But it also stars Ving Rhames, who I also adore, and I believe he's a piece of shit in this movie. But still, I don't know how better to describe it than just it. If you haven't seen it, because apparently a lot of my friends haven't, go watch it because it's great. You probably won't have a crush on Roach like I did, but you will still enjoy the movie.
Well, I agree with the part about enjoying the movie for sure. But everybody probably will have a crush on Roach. He was super hot, and that was super normal of you to feel that way, for sure. So don't worry about that. Uh, my next one is Mute Witness, a 1995 horror thriller. This is there's no another one where there's not really any notable actors or producers, anybody that worked on this, but a film. Some Americans are making a horror film in Russia, and one of the people working on it is a mute woman who she works on the special effects, so she is not able to speak. She ends up accidentally witnessing a murder, and things just kind of spiral from there. It's a very intense thriller. It's tight. I mean, the acting was great. It's well written, and it's got some great practical effects in there as well. So I highly suggest that if you're looking for something a bit more serious and kind of closer to a horror thriller type of thing.
I feel like the 90s was pretty big for horror thrillers.
Yeah, I suppose.
And then so one of the last ones that I had to ask you about, because I have a vague memory of it and I can't find it anywhere. Do you remember in the early 90s a movie called Popcorn? And I think it might have been like
Yeah.
an anthology thing.
No,
But I have to believe it's underrated because I can't seem to find it anywhere.
no, Popcorn was it kind of took place. There's some college kids, and it took place mostly at a movie theater. It was not an anthology, but it's a very good film, and yeah, definitely a bit of a hidden gem. We are definitely out of time here, so let us know if you've seen any of those movies, what you think of them, and tell us what some of your hidden gem choices are for the 1990s.